We need to get 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel because I can't customize the URL.
Oh my gosh.
Unless
Hey,
you do. It's like,
does
yeah.
everybody subscribe to the YouTube channel here? That would be 17 more.
Yeah.
I think I'm subscribed to it, or am I an owner?
I don't know. I did invite you to be an owner, right?
My email is so bad right now. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I thought it would be a great idea to have all of my Beachbody going from my Beachbody different coach accounts to one.
Yeah.
I now get 3 notifications when a coach cancels.
Oh, that's depressing.
From the same coach.
Are you like, I know.
Bye, Felicia.
Not the first time. Giving up on your dreams.
That's whose video I always watch too, Marcus. He must have done a good job promoting this one somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do
the first one that comes up in Google.
I know, maybe because of all the walk views.
Yeah. Okay. So we've been recording. So welcome to our Emerald Mastermind call. It's January 19th. And tonight we're talking about the team cycle bonus, which is the really awesome earning potential you can get, or earning opportunity you can get as a Emerald and above coach. So what we're going to do right now is watch this really cute, funny, short video on how a team cycle bonus works, and then we're going to elaborate. And thank God Karri is here because she's the math person.
And don't mute yourself, Megan.
Okay, I won't mute. You might hear Mickey Mouse in the background, though. Oh, wait. Oh, no. He's frozen.
You know, a lot of people think that earning team cycle bonus is some very complicated calculation. It's really not. It's actually pretty simple. As a matter of fact, I'm going to explain to you exactly how it works using my kids' toys from when they were little. Okay, so here's how it works. To qualify for team cycle bonus, it means you first have to become an Emerald coach. How do you do that? Well, you have to be active and you have to enroll one new coach. We'll use wrestling great Jimmy Superfly Snuka on my left side, and we'll enroll another coach on my right side. We'll use Mega Robot Guy. And once you've enrolled 2 active coaches, one on your left side, one on your right side, you are an Emerald coach. And you've activated your business center. What does that mean when you've activated your business center? Well, basically, it means that you open 2 bank accounts that collect team volume. Now, I have my left bank account headed by Jimmy Superfly Snuka and my right bank account headed by Mega Robot Guy. And now, as you enroll new coaches, you start to build your team. Guess what? I just enrolled Mr. Monkey, and I'm gonna put him right here under Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And guess what? Mega Robot Guy just told me that he found an astronaut to join him on his team. And you know what? The astronaut happens to know Lizard Man and put him on his team. And hey, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, he is on fire. He just found this odd yellow armadillo and this ornery cougar, and the ornery cougar happened to know Mousy, who joined them on their team. But wait, Mega Robot Guy here, he just found this green guy. We don't know his name, but you know what? Who cares? He's doing a challenge group. And the green guy, he just brought in some kind of weird cat. And back on Superfly's side, Mousy brought in Mad Turtle and T-Rex, and the team just keeps building. So, what happens now? Well, as this organization grows, every time someone does a challenge group or sells a challenge pack or another product or buys something, they create team volume. And the team volume from each one of these purchases all roll up into your banks. So let's imagine that every one of these guys happens to sell Shakeology. So each of them have 90 team volume points associated with them. So let's look here at the Robot Guys team. They've got 20 coaches.
Oops, sorry.
Times 90 team volume points, that's 1,800 points in my right bank. And over here on Jimmy Superfly Snuka side, he has 10 coaches times 90 volume points from Shakeology. So that's 900 points on my left bank. Oh, wait a minute. What's that, Superfly? Really? Wow, Superfly just said that in addition to their own Shakeology HD orders, everyone on his side sold 3 Insanity Challenge packs. So each of them are producing 300 points. 10 times 300 is 3,000 team volume points. Fantastic job, guys. Robot Guy, you guys better get to work. The week ends and you want to know how much team cycle bonus you earn. Well, here's how we figure it out. You earn 1 team cycle for every balanced 300 team volume points in your bank. That means we're going to subtract 200 from the side that has the most team volume and 100 from the other side. And every time we can do that with the balance that's left in your team volume accounts, you earn a cycle. So let's go back. I have 3,000 on Jimmy Superfly Snuka side and 1,800 on the Robot Guy side. So Jimmy Superfly Snuka side has more volume, so I'm going to subtract 200 from that side and 100 from Robot Guy side. Okay, let's do the math. 3,000 minus 200 is going to leave me with 2,800 points, and 1,800 minus 100 on the other side leaves me with 1,700 points on my right side. So that's 1 cycle. All right, let's see if we can do it again. I subtract 200 from the side with the most team volume, so that's 2,800 minus 200, which leaves me a balance of 2,600 on that side. On Robot Guy's side, I subtract 100, which leaves me a balance of 1,600 on that side. You have just cycled twice. Oh, so much fun. And we just keep going until we run out of team volume. So, can I do it again? Yes, that's 3 cycles. Can I do it again? That's 4 cycles. And again, 5 cycles. And again, 6 cycles. And again, 7 cycles. And again, 8 cycles. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Cycle.
Hope y'all at least doing background checks.
I just ran out of team volume on my side. Oh well, I still cycled 15 times. Now, how much is that worth? Well, if I'm an Emerald coach, I make $14 for every cycle. So I would have earned $210. If you're a Ruby coach, you would earn $16 per cycle. So that would be $240. And if you are a Diamond coach, you would earn $18 per cycle. That's $270. And I still have 300 points in my right bank. And that will stay in my bank and roll over to the next week as long as I stay active. Now, if I go inactive, it all goes away and I gotta start all over again from scratch. So that's how it works. Now, I've gotta get back to work. Superfly, you're in. Astronaut Guy, you're in.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Have more coach questions? There's a site. We can just send everybody there.
Hold on, I can never figure out how to get out of here.
Can you just click screen share at the bottom?
Here it goes. Okay. Yay. Okay.
Awesome.
Any questions?
Yes. I know that's kind of a silly display of it, but he really breaks it down, and I think he does it in a nice, like, not so condescending way, because sometimes when people see numbers, their first reaction is like, I just don't do numbers. That's not my thing. But I think he does a really good job of explaining that it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Like, almost everybody can double a number, right? So that's kind of where you want your right and left volume. Oh my gosh, who is that cute little one? That is adorable. Everybody, your main goal is to have your business center's legs, your right leg volume and your left leg volume, to always be within range of a double. Meaning if one side is 500 points, you want your other side to be no more than 1,000. And that way you're maximizing the comp plan. So if your smaller side, let's say, is 500, and your bigger side is 750, you're still going to maximize the comp plan. Even if you don't use it up all that week, you get to use it up the next week as long as you stay active. So why does one leg being one half of the other leg work so nicely? Because the ratio that they take away is based on 200 to 100. It could literally be 2 to 1, like, because that's what the ratio is, 200 to 100. So if one side is 1,000 and the other side's 500, you're going to subtract all the way to 0 on both sides, and you're going to maximize the comp plan. Meaning, if one side is like 10,000 and the other side is 500, it means you really got to work that little side, and you want to focus there and grow there as much as you can. So myself and Megan both started from what they call kind of like a dead spot, or with no team leg. So you'll hear conversation about what's a team leg and what's an inside leg and what's a weak leg, what's a strong leg. It gets all crazy. So what you just really want to know is ask your sponsor if you have a team leg. Some of us don't. I didn't. Megan didn't. That means you're not going to have people be placed below you from the person above you, which is quite all right. We did just fine. But that's the team leg can affect your ratio, and your ratio can change very quickly if you're on a strong team leg, meaning the 500 to 10,000 kind of side. And what I also want to stress there is that's an opportunity in itself. It's not something to be meant to be looked at negatively. Hopefully it just inspires you to get that money that's sitting there for you. Do we have any questions coming through?
Nope.
Okay.
I had 2 coaches added to me from above, and I'm actually looking at one right now.
No way.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh.
Yeah. Jamie.
I want a Jamie.
I know.
I should go tell Lindsay that.
Send me
like, hey, Megan got 2. I want 2.
Well, and there comes a point where like I love Haley, but I don't add underneath her anymore because she's going to town. I mean, there's no need for me to build over there because there's all that volume, you know. So we can't entirely blame Lindsay, I guess.
No, I know. Oh, that makes sense too. That's a good point. The reason why you want to build your weaker leg is because you want to chip away at your stronger leg. So like the 500 side versus the 10,000 side. So my whole downline is on the inside leg of somebody, and that person is gone, but the people above me, even though they're not like directly right there, they still benefit from my work. Even though I'm not on that outside leg for everybody else to benefit from. I hope that makes sense. It's a little vague. But what I was going to say is once you have a leg that takes off, like that 10,000 side versus the 500, you're not going to be adding coaches there necessarily. Unless you're trying to get to diamond rank. And I say that cautiously because you need to be aware of like what diamond rank is. And if your goal, which we are business builders in here, is to get to diamond rank, I do highly recommend to get there quickly because of the way that you cycle. It might not make sense right now because you're like, wait, my legs are so lopsided. One's 500, one's 10,000. But if you get to diamond rank quickly with a minimum amount on that big 10,000 side, or maybe those are even accounts that are family members that just want a discount, something like that, then you can focus your energy on that weaker leg, but also as you're going along, you're going to cycle at a higher dollar amount because emeralds cycle at $14, rubies cycle at $16, and diamonds cycle at $18. It might not sound like a lot at first because it's only a $4 difference, but if you think of 10 cycles, that's $40. That's $40 in 1 week. I wouldn't throw that away in the trash. So that's why I try to kind of explain that to people like, hey, yes, I want you to build your weaker side. That's really important, but getting to diamond is really important too. So if you kind of think that somebody could be a total rock star, totally put them on your weaker leg. And if you think someone's just going to do the discount, you probably want to put them on your stronger leg. But there's no magic ball that you can see into the future with this. And that's kind of one of the frustrating things. It's like we're always playing cards here. We're just doing our best to place people in the best locations that will benefit the most people. So I know I threw a lot at you. I think there was a question or comment. Oh yeah, Carissa wants to share hers so we can explain with a visual.
Okay.
Awesome. Wow, Carissa, that's awesome. Okay, so Carissa has a whole lot of potential on that right side, and she's a diamond coach, which is awesome. And now her focus is going to be building on her right. And does Carissa have an account that she also works on the right, Megan?
No, her husband won't sign up.
Oh, I went back there. I forgot that as soon as you started to say that. Sorry, Carissa, I didn't mean to say that. All right, or bring that back up, rather. Oh, we need to get him on a Zoom.
Oh, he's local now. I'll get him.
Oh, okay. Okay, so when this is the girl with the Y name, is that sponsored by Carissa?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, so when she says she's going to be done, we're going to slide Carissa's husband right in there because he's never been a coach. And that would be amazing because it would be the top of Carissa's leg. And then she could, I'm thinking I'm using your cursor. Then she could build that right inside. So yeah. So Megan's showing you where Carissa's husband will eventually go on that left side. That initials with YM, that person right there. Oh, look at you, so fancy. So Carissa's focus will be growing that left leg, but it'll also be focused on growing her husband's inside leg because all the volume below you benefits you no matter whose it is. All the volume below you will benefit you. So he won't go on to, yeah, if you want to not draw there, because she's not going to build there.
My bad. Let me get my eraser.
Oh, yeah, she's going to build there. Oh, not there.
Wait. Oh, yeah, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, she's going to keep building down that side and essentially make kind of like a team leg for her husband's inside leg once that girl is no longer coaching. And should I say that? I don't know. She's inactive. I'm just assuming. I have no connection to this woman, so I'm just assuming.
This is really hard to do with a mouse.
Yeah, but you guys get the idea of where so every time you have another business center you're in control of, you gain another leg. So our business is binary, meaning 2 legs, right? They make it really easy for us. It's just 2 legs, and we just focus on those 2 outside legs. Then when we add another account, like our spouse's account, Some people work closely with a parent or a sibling. When we add another account that we can also use as a bank to collect and maximize the comp plan, we now have to work on another leg or build another leg. So that's what Megan was drawing for us there, the prediction of her husband being in that spot and drawing that inside leg. I do need to caution you though, if you have a person that wants to transfer into a spot and another coach that's willing to give it up, the coach cannot cancel. There's a process and forms that need to happen. Make sure the coach does not cancel. So YM can't cancel her account. It just needs to be a transfer. Getting back to the cycling, which is our topic at hand. If the week were to end right now, Carissa has 242 on her left leg and over 3,500 on her right. So what would happen is that Carissa would cycle twice as a diamond, meaning because of the work that her team is doing, she would cycle twice as a diamond, $18 each time. So she would get $36 because of what her team is building. The right volume would continue to accumulate in her carryover volume. It wouldn't go away. So even though she only used up 2 cycles, and technically her volume on her right would still be over 3,000. That 3,000 isn't going to go away. It's going to go into our carryover volume, what we call bank. And that bank is going to collect volume and collect volume until she can use it up, or let's not say this, but if she went inactive. So the volume goes away if you go inactive. So it's really important once you're emerald, lock it in and stay there and collect as much money as you can or much points as you can, because it only takes one coach to really turn things around. It really does. And so maybe Carissa signs a rock star that goes elite this year on her left leg, and imagine if it doubles the right volume. You know, it's totally doable, totally, completely doable. And Megan and I have seen that happen. So that's pretty much team cycle bonus. Okay. And Carissa says she has about 40,000 points in carryover volume. So what you can do if you have carryover volume already started, meaning that you're an Emerald coach, you can go and look under your My Business tab, and you can go to My Volume, and then go to carryover volume. I don't know what that is. Yeah. And Megan's is usually really good, so she doesn't have much carryover volume. But where Carissa's saying she has about 40,000, what you do is you take that carryover volume and divide it by 200, because that's how much you're subtracting each time. So I'm going to take that 40,000 and divide it by 200. It's 40,000 divided. My math brain is not working. Divided by 200 is 200. Because there's 4 zeros. Okay, and then we multiply that by 18 to see how much money is potentially just sitting there. That doesn't mean, she can use that, as long as she chips away and gets more volume on the other side. So right now, Carissa has over $3,600 sitting right there for her to go after.
Do you get carryover if you're not Emerald yet? No.
Mm-mm. It starts once you're Emerald. So that's why we call Emerald activating your business center.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's like
it's a perk of being a business builder.
So you got to get to Emerald as soon as possible, because there's probably a lot of volume happening underneath a lot of you guys.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to be checking their legs and whatnot.
Is the online office down all of a sudden? I can't go to volume.
I don't know. It could, because you have 40 tabs open. No, I'm just kidding. You don't even have that many tonight. I'm proud of you.
Usually I do.
your inbox of 7,700 though is kind of disturbing.
Oh, don't look at that.
Is that where my email sit?
You don't ever email me.
No.
And I send you stuff about the cruise. I'm like, I wonder if Karri will write back today.
I usually Facebook message you. That's so true. My email is so disgusting. Sorry. I digress.
Okay, let's do this.
So any questions on this? I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Okay. We got some questions. How did we become business partners? Oh, it's kind
We're
of
cousins? No, just kidding.
we're sisters. Let me stop this share because anyway, that's what your carryover volume screen looks like.
And that's what you want it to be. If you guys look at the top right, you can see that her left carryover volume is 112. Her right is 30. That means she's using it all up. So there's,
My legs are very, very even.
Yeah, really nothing else.
Built very even. Like you could see back on this screen. Like my left leg and my right leg are both at 19,000. One's just 700 points more. What's the matter? Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
There's a blanket in that closet, right?
That's so awesome, Megan.
I don't know how it's stayed like that for really 3 years.
It's amazing.
It's weird.
It is. Mine's usually just my first business center is a 2-to-1 ratio, which thankfully it's not taking off more than that. But I think it would make me sad. But then I would just have to practice what I preach and just chase it and be happy it's there. One of my business centers is so out of whack. It's like 10-to-1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But if they're even, you can only use half of one. Wouldn't they carry over? What do you mean?
Oh, the switch.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? They switch. So it always draws from the smaller side.
Doesn't matter which leg. I mean, it does.
So like on one side, let's just do simple. One side is 1,000, one side is 500. So this one has 1,000, this one has 500. So I'm going to take 2 from this side. So I go to 800, and 1 from this side. So I go to 4. Then I take 2 from this side and I'm now at 600. And on this side, I've gone to 3, right? On this side, I would take 200 and now I'm down to 4. Over here, I'm down to 2. And then I go to 200 and 100 and then 0, 0, goose eggs. Chris is thinking.
Hey Megan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I emailed you earlier. I'm so new at this and I'm so overwhelmed and confused.
That's okay.
And I'm sure the questions have already been answered, but I'm kind of slow when it comes to understanding things. So in order to be an Emerald coach, you have to get 3 coaches under you, correct?
2 personally sponsored by you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so when I have somebody that wants to sign up, how do they go to the website and I get credit for it?
Okay, so what I would suggest using is coachmobile.teambeachbody.com.
Okay.
It looks like this. You'll log in, and you'll fill in I can't do it because I don't have anyone's email address right now, but enter their email address and enroll new coach.
Okay.
And it'll walk you through it. You can sign them up with a $40 enrollment, or you can sign them up with a challenge pack so they can waive that enrollment fee.
Okay.
And then you'll hit send and it'll go to their email and they'll complete the enrollment. That's the best way to do it. So it's just brainless.
Okay. And if they don't want to be a coach, but they just want to order either the program or the Shakeology, do I get points? I mean, does that
Yeah.
credit me?
Yeah.
And
And you can do that through this too, Coach Mobile.
Okay. And it would be new customer?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You only get points for challenge packs and Shakeology and HD orders that are 90 PV on HD. Did I already say HD? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
like the Shakeology, the Boost, or Performance line.
Okay. And I know people have been talking about their husbands signing up, and I'm so confused about this whole husband legs, whatever thing.
That's okay.
But so if I want my husband to sign up, can I use that same thing that you just showed me?
Yeah.
The coach. Okay.
You can,
and then,
yeah, you can do it that way. Or what you can do is go to, like if I were signing up my husband for the first time, I would go to teambeachbody.com/ my screen name is FitMamaE. And then you could go to coach, be a coach.
Okay.
And I'm already signed in, so it's not going to work for me. But if I signed out, there would be like a big orange button that would say get started or be a coach or something. But the Coach Mobile is just, it's way easier. I would recommend that. And then when you sign up your husband, or when you get ready to sign anybody up, I'll just use my bottom left leg, for example. My internet's so slow, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's say this is you. And I don't know what the default is, left or right. Well, it doesn't matter. But when you get ready to sign a coach, you need to come to this screen first. It's My Business, My Downline, Graphical Genealogy.
Okay.
And you click on an empty blue spot.
Okay.
And when it's, it's going to prompt you, you'll say okay, and that blue spot will turn red. And that means that's the spot where your next coach is going to go.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
And this is a good refresher for everybody on the call. Make sure you're building on your outside legs for now, like in the beginning. And what we mean is, toward the outside for this position on your left and right legs. Whoa, sorry. Because Karri and I did not do that. You can see in here on my PS coaches that were added inwards like this. I didn't know what to do in the beginning. Neither did Karri. Hers looks like this too. So all these coaches on the inside can't benefit from anyone being added over here and vice versa. So yeah, just make sure you're building on the furthest outside position. Your first two spots are outside no matter what, but anyone after your first, well, unless there's someone added underneath you already. But yeah, I think there's some questions going over here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's so much information at first, guys. It just is, but you'll get it. I promise. If I can get it, you can get it.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can. Trust me. It's just like, it's like learning a language. Once you're around it so much and see people talking about it, and you'll start to see your cycle bonuses happening in the online office, and you'll start exploring a little bit, and it just clicks one day. It's like, oh, that's where that money's coming from. You'll see. That's
okay. Good. Sounds good.
Hang in there.
Thanks.
Yeah, guys, the first, and I don't say this to worry anyone, the first 3 months, I think Megan probably agrees with this, the first 3 months, it can be a bit overwhelming. There's so much you're trying to take in, and the lingo itself is is somewhat overwhelming. I didn't come from a sales background, so it was all really, really new to me. But I promise you, after the first 3 months, you're like, oh, okay. And you find yourself helping other coaches with the questions that you had before. And it's just a little bit of a process to get to that point.
Yeah. And every level you get to, you're going to be like Karri and I now, I'm still learning how to make a leap, and I've hit it like 3 years in a row now. And I still like something new comes up every year where I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Seriously.
And on that note, we stop that recording.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
It's all good.
People probably know that about me anyway.
It's all good.
There's that
so I mean, even just that, jokingly she says that, but it doesn't get more complicated than hitting Success Club and finding new coaches that will also hit Success Club. I mean, that's the name of the game here. That will ensure that you're growing in the correct way. And as long as you have an understanding of placement, you're good to go. And if you're worried about placement, I mean, that's a 2-second message to send to your sponsor to let them know that you need help with it. And I'm sure they'll gladly help you because they want you seeing the maximum return for your time invested. Because the sooner you see results, the better for everybody. So what do we think? Any more questions?
We can keep going over cycle bonus as time goes on too. I mean, I know that it's more than just one call.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I feel like we spent a real long time on that when we first started.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started, and when I got that first $14, I was like, where did this come from?
Oh, yeah.
So excited.
Yeah.
So excited. But all right.
Okay, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye.